Okay guys, hello all of my YouTube people. Thank you for being here on my channel. It is Red Rider, like you all know. I got my carburetor here off the Dyna crash bike. So I'm gonna give this a quick wash and then I am gonna start taking it apart because we gotta rebuild this carby, and then when that is done, I'm gonna take the Dyna off the blocks that it's on. I'm just gonna fire it up so you can all just see the first start before I start tearing it apart, because it's gonna be a little while probably before it starts if I don't do that now. So getting this thing all ready to go, and first things first is just give it a quick little wash so that it's not super duper filthy when I start taking it apart. So I got some brushes here. These ones are good. They're nice and soft. I think these are actually a gun for cleaning guns. That's where I got them, from the gun show. But yeah, anyway, my brushes and some solvent here. I used this solvent once for something once before, but since we don't waste around here, I'll just put it back in the jug and just let it settle out so there's no actual like particles of anything in there. So I'm gonna just pour some of the solvent into a small dish and put that here. All right, so now let's just get washing. I love washing filthy things. It's really fun actually. Hello again. I don't know if I need to say that because it's the same video, it's just the next day. So I got this all washed. I didn't get it taken apart last night because I'm a slowpoke and there was other things I was doing, like going for a motorcycle ride. So I'm gonna get it all taken apart right now. I'm going to start by taking this choke off. Yeah, I put that kickstart video up of mine last night because I just felt pretty good about the fact that it only took like 2 minutes or something, not even, to actually get my bike started rather than 20 minutes. I'm obviously not doing this for a video to teach anybody because there's enough videos on YouTube with people teaching how to take apart these CV carbs. So there's my choke. Okay, next thing I'm gonna take off will be this top bit. Oh, fancy. It's a ratcheting one. I didn't know that. I've never used this one before. These are just my dad's old tools from him having his shop when I was just a little kid. Okay, this one's tight. There we go, just cracked it loose a bit. Oh man, these are tight in here. Somebody's just like used what we call their stupid strength. What in the world? That's really tight on there, that's crazy. Ow. Okay, I need to get help for this one. My dad just came and got that loose for me. Thank God for dads who know things that we don't. So anyway, took this bit here and he put it in like that. And he just put this little short bit in there and then just hold the carburetor up off the surface so that you're not like smashing the whole carb. Hopefully this one's not ridiculously tight too. And it is ridiculously tight. There we go. I did it. Forgot about this bit, and now that spring wants to push that out. There we go. Alright, so I didn't have to undo that. But I might end up undoing it later. Get that out. Little collar. Okay. Now all this stuff in here, this spring, I'm gonna dump this bit out, the spring seat. Okay, now I just want to gently get this out. Now this whole piece is coming out, which I don't remember what it's called. I'm gonna just place it. Oh, well, I guess I'm taking that out. It's okay, that just sits nicely in there. Alright. So there's a little washer now. Put that in there. So I'm gonna just take off my float bowl and the accelerator pump diaphragm I'll get to. Okay, good, thank God. I'm like, do not want to run into any more way overly tightened screws. I do have a new diaphragm for the accelerator pump in my rebuild kit. I am taking this out. So that's all that there, which I will leave in here. I'll leave this in here. Anyway, these screws have just been like completely stripped out by somebody. And you can see that screw and this screw here. And then this one on the other side. Totally stripped out. And then whoever worked on it obviously like tried to use like a pair of pliers or something after they wrecked the head of the screw. My dad just held it to me a little bit to get these screws off with one of these little baby vice grips. They're so tiny. Anyway, let's get this off of here. Okay, so this is one of like the newer CB carbs because it's got like the pin and it's got like a little directional arrow showing right there which way I want to push the pin out. So yeah, it's gonna be one of those tapered ones. Anyway, let's get this little boot off of my accelerator pin. I can get that right out of there. It just comes out easy. Put it in there. Put the boot in here. I will decide how much further I end up taking this apart from this point. All right, so I just kind of gently knocked this pin through for the float there to get the float off. And like my carburetor's got an arrow, so just gently kind of tapped it out with a drift and a hammer. So I want to just get this pin out of here. And there we go. That there. This washer out of here. That in there. And another little washer there. One washer there. And of course I went to the store and bought everything and forgot to grab carb cleaner, the one thing that I actually need today. Another cotter pin. So I got that all out, a little sleeve there. So that's out now. I got my carburetor cleaner that I'd forgotten, and I got my chips because I need snacks. Don't mind the dog howling in the background. My sister's dropped her dogs off here, and they are not my problem. This carburetor is. So I'm gonna get these jets out of here. I'm pulling this out now. Let's see if this has got the gasket and the spring that belong on it. Let's just try and knock this spring out of here, which is out now. I think I'm gonna use a wrench to just crack that loose because it's pretty tight. Yes. It's tiny, tiny, tiny. There we go. Oh, not too tight. That's good. I don't like that. Oh, taking out that. Oh, yeah. So that was my main jet. This was down under in the main jet. I got to remember which way that would go in. And this one is just being a sticky little pain in the butt. So I finally got that tricky jet out. These handy little spray cans are handy for also coming with a tiny dish to be able to soak tiny parts in. So that's what I'm gonna do with all these tiny parts, my jets and whatnot. Yeah, I'm just gonna leave it at that for now, and then I'll come back to you all when I start putting it back together, so you can all I don't know, laugh at the fact that I'm just trying to figure this out as I go. But whatever, yeah, if you want to laugh, you can laugh. All right, hello again. It is day 3 of this carburetor rebuild. Way too long to be working on a carburetor for. Anyway, I'm here now, and I'm gonna put this thing back together. So my main jet in here now. So then this will go in first. Just pop down in there. And then the emulsion tube on top, and make sure that it's fitting in there. Now that's flush with the throat of the carburetor. And I can start threading this in. I'll just snug this down. Snug. And now I'll put my slow jet in. Just right down in there. That's in there, good. Okay, next thing will be my air fuel mixture needle. And I'll put this in here. I'm gonna just lightly seat it. And I'm gonna set it to 3 turns out for now. I've seen other guys with theirs set that way. So that's gonna be my starting point for now. Oh, see? You hear that? That's that pin moving up and down in there. Nice. Why do I feel like I'm forgetting something? And I'm forgetting like the most important part of the float bowl, the float. Just gonna put that in there. I've got my pin here. I might just have to tap it in for that last little bit. And now I'll just give it a little tap. Okay. That's in there and it's flush up against that. Good enough. Holy crap, that was like painful almost. So now it's recommended now you put your angle finder just sitting on the flat of the carburetor here, and then you just want to turn this just so that it's between 15 and 20. And the float now, that line now is parallel with the body of the carburetor. Now I can put my bowl on. Since some of those screws that I took out of there were stripped out, we had these little Allen bolts kicking around in some of the stuff we've got. Yes. Those are good. Now, time to put my accelerator pump back together. This back together. These were the only screws that had washers on them. Good, yes! The bottom is done. And now for the last little bit here. Okay, so let's put the slide in. My needle back in here. This bit goes to the bottom, spring, and cap. Seems to be working nicely. And now I can put my screws all back on. That goes in first. Okay, and then this goes on here. Now I'll do that up. I just love being able to do my own stuff. This is the first time I've ever rebuilt any carburetor, and it feels good. Now I feel better once the bike's running, and I know I didn't screw anything up. Okay, now I've only got a few screws left, and now I'm coming to the end of my journey, which is this one that goes here. Like last screw. Yes! I just have a few pins now to put on. So I kind of did screw up a little bit here. I just forgot to put this little piston back in for the accelerator pump. And I really hope I don't have to take my bowl off to get this on there, because that would be very, very annoying. Okay. This goes in there first. I feel like a mad scientist in here, just like definitely am putting it back together the most difficult way possible. Wow. Like 10-minute job turns into half an hour just by forgetting one simple step. Hurry up, Angel. All right. Done. Oh my gosh, I'm done. All right. That is that. It's done. It's clean. It's put together. How it came apart. Everything seems to be functioning. I don't have any extra parts other than these stripped out screws. I'm just finally done it. The only thing I haven't put back on yet is this choke, which just goes right in there. So I lied, I'm not done. Okay. Now I am done. Now I'm done. Good old Carby. All done. So, it's a completely different day because I forgot to film this on the day that I actually filmed the original video, probably because I was so excited about getting the carburetor finished. But I'm sure you all know what I'm going to say already, which is if you like what you see, or if you just like me, or even if you don't like me but you like my bikes in the shop right now, then please comment, subscribe to my channel, like this video, and share this video, and turn on that little notification bell if you want to be notified every time I put a new video out. And I will catch you all on the flip side. Peace.